What is your will, my master?
Hey, what's up, Ruben? Welcome to Solo Saber's Secret Santa Saber Demo Part 2 on Christmas Day. This is for your Empress Regnant staff, and this is by SP Sabers also. I just did an SP Sabers Kylo staff this morning. This came in the mail actually yesterday, and I was waiting on this. I was prepared for it, so I was able to get it done today. I did break it down and do a little bit more weathering, not too much, but just a little bit, right? To make it just a little dirtier for you. They're both installed identically. They both come with these sweet blade plugs. I'm not going to put them in, but I did want to show them. They're two of the exact same, but they're made out of acrylic on the bottom. They do have shine through, so you'll notice that when you get them. They are safe to touch the pogo pins because the bottoms are acrylic. So you can see your CC Sabers in there for both of them. I have a short 1-inch test blade, and then I've got this test blade that I usually use. So they are different sizes. It's going to look a little weird, but we'll put them in the staff at the same time and fire it up so that you can see both sides work. As far as functionality, that would be fine, right? So we'll do one side at a time. You know how you can take this. They are connected with magnets right here. So they hold together, and you can flip it out like that, and it locks in, and it locks in as a staff, right? And then you just come over here, hit this button right here, and it breaks it back down, and you're good to go. One thing you'll want to pay attention to is each side is specific to its handle, right? So what I mean by that is when I come over here and I unscrew this guy, you're going to have to do this for both sides, obviously. You pull this out. You want to make sure that this piece goes back to this handle. If you screw it into this handle, they're not going to, these magnets aren't going to line up and they won't close correctly. So you'll have to, you just have to go back and swap them out. Okay, so let me put this over here. Both chassis are identical. Here is your chassis. It says Empress Regnant over here in the Sith text. Solo Sabers over here for me in Sith text. Your speaker is located right here because on your handle is where your sound venting is. You've got a bunch of small holes inside this pillbox area for your sound venting, and that's what lines up with your speaker right there. So that's how I designed this chassis. You got a removable battery, so spring side over here. And then if I turn the slide on and you look in there, you can see your Proffie board. You've got access to both your SD card and your micro USB, and you never have to take the board out or I'm sorry, move the chassis, right? It was designed to be accessible right there. And then there's a smuggler's outpost emblem right here. You've got two chassis retentions on each of these. You got this big guy right here and this one right here. The PCB holder is part of the chassis. So this chassis is actually pretty long. I mean, it goes from right here where my finger's at all the way to here. Each of these takes about 9 hours to print. So it's a pretty big chassis. Turn that down a little bit. 24 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost speaker in both of them. We're going to put, I'm just going to go ahead and put a battery in each one off camera, assemble it, and then we'll go over both of them. So I got batteries in both of these handles, and I screwed them back on, right? I just got done watching my boy Benji make a demo video. I guess we're taking drinks while we're making demos, so hang on a sec. Anyway, there's batteries in both sides now. So if we wanted to, we could just use motion controls. Both of them are firing up. You could twist off. That turns them both off. Turn them both on. Or we could come over here and use activation. So I made the back button on both of these the activation. So this one. And then this one right here. And then we could turn it off just by tapping them. Just like that. We'll fold these up. Now I'll go through and I'll put blades in each one and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got both of the blades in each one, right? So we could use motion controls. We'll fire it up. Now we've got the exact same font package, or the fonts that you gave me on each one. They're in the same order. So if we hit auxiliary to switch on one, we could do that to the other.
Dark Jedi.
To the other.
Dark Jedi.
Now we're both on Dark Jedi. Blade lock up. Now I did put battle mode on these since it's a staff, right? So if you hit the saber or the blades, you'll get blade lock up. Until you pull away from it. We'll just use the buttons now. All good there. We got blade lock up here, blade lock up over here until you pull away from it. Just like that. We'll bring it back and fold it in. And then I will take these blades out and I'll be right back. So one thing I forgot to show you when I put the blades in, each of these has 2 blade retention screws, right? You've got one on each side on these emitters right here, and then you flip them over and they're on the other side as well. So you can use one or both. Since they're so small, you can use both. That's why they're there, right? And then to take the batteries out is super simple. And to take the batteries out, super simple. We'll just unscrew each of these. I accidentally hit the auxiliary. Again. This is a huge saber. It can be a little bit cumbersome to try to demo. But when you get the handle off like this, just come over here from the positive side, which is by the pommel. And you can pull the battery out with your finger just like that. And I'll do the other one off camera. But that is basically your Empress Regnant staff. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, I will try to get this out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks.